Welcome back to Great Day St. Louis on this Friday. Some of you are, let's think, 23 days into dry January this month. But when the month comes to a close, any chance you might continue? Maybe even ditch the alcohol for good? That's exactly what our next guest did 15 years ago. He said it was the hardest and best thing he ever did. This is Thomas Andrews joining us this morning now to tell us more about his personal journey to sobriety. Welcome to Great Day, sir.
Good to be here.
I met this guy about 3 minutes ago, and I'm inspired. I want to change my life. You have quite the resume here. Incredible personal journey, 15 years of sobriety, Marine Corps veteran, a published author. What convinced you to get sober? And then, beyond that, to become so passionate about being an advocate for sobriety?
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, I shouldn't be here today. The only reason why I'm here today is because through addiction, alcoholism, and homelessness, when my life hit rock bottom, I couldn't find a gun. Wow. That's my story. And yes, I'm Thomas Andrews, and thank you for introducing me. I am a veteran, but I'm so much more. I'm a single dad today, and I am a registered drug and alcohol technician. And yes, I've been practicing sobriety for the past 15 and a half years. Wow. Yeah.
When you're that deep in the hole, you were telling me you were in your, everything you owned was in your car.
Yes.
You were living in your car.
Yes.
How did, most people don't recover from that. They don't crawl out of that.
Yes.
How did you make it happen? And how do you help other people try to make that happen?
Well, my biggest thing was I got a son. At that time, he was probably about 13 years of age. And it just wasn't working. And I wanted to see him, and I wanted him to see me looking and feeling better and doing better. And quite frankly, it was cold. You know, it's enough.
Right.
It was enough.
You want, as a dad, I'm feeling this. You want to be proud of your son, but on a subconscious level, we never talk about, you want your son to be proud of you.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. I don't want him to go, where's my dad, or who's my dad, or any of that stuff.
Or when some people ask about dad, they're embarrassed to talk about dad.
Exactly. I want him to talk about dad and be happy about dad.
So you developed something called the LOVE method, L-O-V-E, for getting through dry January. Can you walk us through what that looks like?
Yeah. Well, when I started drinking, or when I stopped drinking, I knew nothing about self-love. Zero about self-love. In fact, in my book titled Return to Self-Love, I talk about the 4 steps to practicing self-love, especially during dry January. It starts with L. L is you look for options. You know, there are other drinks besides beer, wine, and booze. You know, there's water, there's coffee, there's tea, there's juice, there's, my favorite is coconut water, and then there's O. O is organization.
Okay.
Don't try to do this alone. And don't try to do this with just one accountability partner. You got to put together a group of friends, a super team, or go to a 12-step meeting where there are other people who are practicing.
Going through the same process.
Absolutely, dry January, and that's what they're doing. That organization can help motivate you in the event that you feel ready to quit dry January.
Right.
And then there's V. V is for voice. I like to shout it out. Hey, tell your family and your friends, I'm doing dry January. Ask them to ask you, hey, how am I doing with how are you doing with your dry January challenge?
Right.
Help me win.
Help me across that finish line.
Exactly. Yeah. And then there's E for exercise. And I started an exercise business when I was homeless on the beach. I started helping other people transform their bodies. Exercise has helped me many, many times. It's saved my life. Wow. And I think it can help save your life too if you're someone who's wanting to quit dry January. And you can keep it simple. You can do something like going for walks or jogging. There's yoga, there's meditation, and my favorite is weightlifting.
Yeah.
These are ways to get your mind off of wanting to quit dry January.
I wasn't going to bring this up, Thomas, but you do look fairly fit. Hey, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
I think there's just this mentality among a lot of people that I can't be in a social situation or maybe wind down on a Saturday night without a drink.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
You can.
And Thomas is proof. Where do we find your book?
You'll find my book on Amazon. It comes out February 4th.
Oh, man. Very excited for you. Thank you so much for sharing
the
story with us. By the way, we're going to post this segment on our website, KMOV.com, or rather, firstalertford.com/greatday right after the show.